Hey, what's up, guys? We filmed a video yesterday and we didn't get enough time to upload it, and then the market went straight to the
Yeah,
gutters, garbage, whatever you guys want to.
filmed an hour-long video, edited it.
And we even had trade ideas in it, and the crazy part is, I mean, not even crazy, but we did our trade ideas worked in the video. Um, I think Trader Confound, when once we finish filming this, is gonna edit it up and show you guys that what we talked about in the video before. Obviously, the trade already happened, but now in this video, we're gonna go over new trade ideas, market thoughts, and see what potential trades we can get in the future.
Yeah, because I mean the market literally completely dumped on us, and a lot of the trade ideas started to come to full fruition. So we're gonna just go over the market. Right now, the market is just kind of doing whatever it wants. BTC is doing whatever it wants, and so we're gonna just look at it, and I'll take care of the high time frame stuff, monthly, weekly. But I've been looking at the daily 12-hour, and it is just chaotic. So I'll let Bitcoin Bear do all that stuff. So let's go ahead and
Get it?
start. Let's start with
BT first.
BTC first. Let's look at the monthly. Once again, if you really, really, really want to have reassurance with BTC, just go to the monthly and look at it and then go about your day. Because the monthly is the only thing that is giving me hope about this coin. I look at the monthly chart, and again, we flipped this level. We had a bit of, actually, let me share my screen with you. Let me do this. We had this monthly level. We came up, previous bull run. We faked out, came all the way up. Then we had a break in market structure. We flipped it. So essentially, if we hold this monthly level, we're good to go, right? We had a
And
sweep of
especially we have
lows.
like 6, 7 months of just up, up, up. I mean, we're bound to get a couple months of consolidation before we start pumping again.
Yeah, and this is even more ideal because it's better for price to build structures, especially on the monthly, so that if we do make another leg up, like if price just kept going up and up and up, there would be really no sort of support. So if price would nuke, it would nuke all the way back down to like 60K. But right now we're sort of building structure. So when we do make another leg up, we can say, okay, well, we have some sort of monthly demand or some sort of weekly structure here. So if we want to get in again. So I ideally, I like the way BTC is looking. I like the structure that we're building currently. We're kind of just moving sideways, but I think that's a good thing.
Remember, guys. Yeah, keep going.
The
My
only
bad.
bad thing is we're moving sideways, but nothing's really happening with a lot of these coins. And I think that's
So
why people are upset.
let me add on to that. So Bitcoin looks really good, and you get people on Twitter. Guys, Bitcoin's only down a little bit, but the thing is, when Bitcoin is down, these alts are going down 30, 40, 50% right now, destroying the market.
Yep.
So our plan of action is like if you're just trading Bitcoin, you're not really taking that much of risk, not going down too much. And the chart looks great. So you can actually be in this trade with confidence. But if you're doing all your trades in alts and BTC says let's go sideways even more, don't be surprised if you see your alts go down another 30, 40%.
Yeah. I mean, BTC's dominance is really high right now. So even little moves down, alts are just going to nuke. I mean, it's not looking good for a lot of these other coins. But yeah, I mean, you go down to the weekly, and you see we have some weekly demand at around 64K. Prices sort of traveling towards this weekly demand. I wouldn't be surprised if we sort of wick down, and that would be an area to buy. I mean, that would be ideal. Now, if you were to look on, the daily or lower time frames, it doesn't look so good, but I would just stay focused on the weekly right now for BTC because it looks the most reasonable. So obviously we have this weekly range at about all-time high to about 60K, and we're sort of we're trading a little bit below the mid-range, and so this weekly level looks fine. I mean, weekly demand, there's a lot of buying pressure here. Once again, it's towards this flip level, this monthly level, and this is where I would want to get involved with BTC if I were to buy. I don't really think you need to look at any other time frame. Obviously, going to lower time frames, you're looking for better entries. But personally, I think that the weekly, for me at least, I'm not going lower than the weekly. If price wicks into this box, then I would buy, put my stop below this low, and then I would just say, okay, I'm done. But what do you think, Bitcoin Bear? Because I know you got a lot of boxes and stuff like that on the 12 hour and all that.
Well, I love, high time frame is always better, but just to give a better view of the 12 hour, you're showing there my screen or not?
Yeah, yeah, you're up.
Okay. For me, I drew this order block, guys, for the 3 day. I get a 3 day demand down here, but if we go to the 12 hour, so I like to trade market structure breaks. And for a long time, since May, we were in this bullish market structure. We came in here, bounce our bullish order block, bounce, bounce, tested highs. That's where if you're trading the system that I do, the 12-hour market structure, you would have sell at the 12-hour highs. And if you want to get in again, you wait for confirmation for another bullish market structure break and another retest of the order block. However, this is essentially where you sell. You see, we bounced again. So if you didn't sell and you won, or you didn't get in a trade, you could buy this again. So you got a nice little bounce. But you can see now we're getting once we get more candle closes in the boxes, it means it's not working as much anymore. And then we got a bearish market structure break. You can see here, it closed below this box right here. And now this is our bearish order block. These are our lows. We haven't retested this yet. I mean, essentially, if you see Bitcoin still go up to 66.8, 66.9K, I would consider this still not a good place to long. I mean, this is honestly a place that you can even decide to short with a stop right here at this high. But if we do break this and get a bullish market structure break, that would give us confirmation that of more things up to go up ahead. We could get a sweep of this and then the retest. We could go now to the retest, or we go back into our order block, maybe even take out these lows. But that's what I have for BTC right now. Oh, and
Yeah,
also, I think if I have my 3 or weekly, yeah, I have just a weekly demand here, guys. 52, 49K. Anything else fails. This is, guys, just to learn. If you guys if you have a good amount of money to trade, I would always recommend setting stink bids in places that you think, oh, it'll never hit there. But now, trust me. I mean, I'm hoping it doesn't go there. But it's always good to set bids at places where you think it will never go there, because being in crypto for a while, it goes there, guys.
yeah.
Trust me.
Eventually, it goes there. You can draw
Yeah,
all the boxes in the world where you want it to bounce, and it's gonna typically go to the box that you really don't want it to go to, in our
exactly.
experience. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think that we're probably gonna have a push up into your bearish order block on the 12 hour, and then we're probably gonna move lower because you have pretty much the same weekly order block as I do. So, and that where that 12-hour cluster is. So, but I think BTC still looks decent for the most part. I just think it's really difficult to get into these sort of intraday trades, on the lower time frames. And so, ideally, especially if you're just getting in to trading, I would stay on the weekly. I would stay on the
Weekly, yeah.
weekly, draw your levels, your demands, your bullish order blocks, and then kind of wait for price to go into there. Buy, set your stop, and then don't think about it. I think right now BTC it's not it's not so easy to trade right now. It's kind of moving in a weird way. Even though we're still within this range, it's kind of being weird. Even for us. I mean, even for us charting and trying to figure out, okay, is price going to, there's so many market structure breaks that we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and a lot of these order blocks are maybe not working, and price is kind of a lot of, we're seeing a lot of deviations, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, other than that, I think BTC is at least looking decent on the weekly, and then looking really good on the monthly.
Time for ETH.
Yep. Ethereum. Once again, Ethereum is, excuse me, Ethereum is pretty much looking similar to BTC. Obviously, we had We had this monthly supply all the way back in March of 2022. Price then broke down. We were trading up, trading up, trading up. And then we finally broke market structure, pushed up again. And now we're sort of holding. This monthly supply is flip demand. So monthly resistance is flip demand. And now we're just moving sideways, similar to BTC. I mean, if you look at the BTC monthly chart, moving sideways on this flip level, pretty much the same thing for ETH. And then all-time highs are over here. Go down to the weekly. You see the monthly demand's there. Weekly range 4K to 2.8K. Range high, range low. Sort of just trading. We swept lows at this sort of mid-range. And so price is kind of just, once again, being weird. There's not a lot of volume that's going on right now with ETH. I would say if price wicks into monthly demand, that would be a buy, ideally. I mean, that's pretty much all I can say for ETH. That would be a buy. I would want to get involved there, but I wouldn't really go down to any lower time frames. I mean, if you go down to the daily, you can see we swept this low, right? Sort of structure building here at the mid range, and then we had a break in market structure, daily supply. But I personally would just wait. I would have bids set at around anywhere from 3.2K to roughly 3K-ish, something like that. That's all I have for ETH. What about you, Bitcoin Bear?
Yeah. You showing my screen now?
Yeah.
So I got the 12-hour. Hey guys, look, this was my daily range I had for ETH for a while. The lows, the high here, retested, came back down, tested these lows, ran these lows, and this is the perfect opportunity to buy. I mean, I'm a little bit of a gambler, and this is like a three tap situation that we have. A one, two, three.
Oh yeah.
Came into the mid range, rejected, and we came here. This would have been a perfect buying opportunity, and then you know how we close above the mid range and retested, another boom. Remember, this was ETF approval news, so this is something you can't even predict. I mean, you just get into a trade hoping for another, go up here, but then you see this
Yeah.
biggest candle ever, I think, in history or something like that. But now we go to the 12-hour. We had this bullish market structure break. We came in here. You see, ran these highs. Once again, once you run the 12-hour highs, it's a good idea to sell. We tested, and then, slowly, as you can see, we're not getting no bounces. And then we finally broke. And now we're in this bearish order block, which right now, I know people are like, oh, no, we're doing well. But until this is broken and giving me a bullish market structure break, I can't really tell you guys that this is still a good buy. To me, this is just a retest, and then we go down even more. And then I kind of drew this 3-day order block. If things fail, I go, I set bids here to see if we ever get, because, in crypto, there's one thing for sure. I mean, if you weren't around 2019, 2018, when BTC dumped,
Yeah.
it would give you a wick like this, but then you close like up here. It would
Yeah.
be generational dumps, like dumps that you're like already up 2x.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Immediately.
with the craziest wicks. But yeah, right now ETH is just. I mean, Ethereum is a bearish market structure, so
Yeah.
can't really. There's not much to say
Yeah.
until
We're in
I get
agreement with
bullish
that.
confirmation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because yeah, that's pretty much what the daily, that breaking market structure. I mean, obviously the sweep of a low, but we're having these daily bearish order blocks, 12-hour bearish order blocks forming, and so just be cautious with longing because we are printing bearish market structure. So I would just wait
Perfect.
until price goes lower. But yeah, that looks good. That's pretty much all we have for ETH. Let's go over to
And
Sol.
and oh, Sol. Okay,
Yeah, let's do
Sol.
Sol real quick. Sol, once again, more of the same. We had this monthly supply, right? We had this push up candle, then we had this break in market structure. We traded, actually, I'm not even showing my screen. What am I doing? All right, we have ETH. I mean, we have Sol. Dude, I don't even know what's going on. I'm saying ETH, Sol. I don't know what coin it is. We have Sol on the monthly, and we had this monthly supply, right? We had this push up candle, and then we had the breaking market structure. Then we traded way lower. We came up, we broke market structure on February 1st, and then we had a huge reaction candle. And so this monthly supply, this resistance, right? We can even see back on February I mean, on December 1st of 23, we had this huge candle that pushed up, more resistance, and then finally we were able to break market structure. And then look at the reaction. And so now we're sort of moving sideways. Once again, you go to ETH, you can see moving sideways, pretty much the same charts, BTC, ETH, and Sol. And so now this is demand, and we're holding this, we're respecting this monthly demand order block. And so we go down to the weekly, we can see that we're sort of finding some support at around 140 bucks ish. We have monthly demand here, we have some weekly supply that's formed, right? Because we're not at all-time highs yet. So here's some weekly supply. You'd be looking to get short around here. You can even see this candle pushed up here, and we rejected, we reversed. Again, I would say that if we do close below about 138, that would be a break in market structure on the weekly, and then we would go lower. Ideally, a sweep into this low, this 115 low, into monthly demand would be sort of the best case scenario for a long. Personally, for me, I'm not really going any low. Once again, I'm not going any lower than the weekly chart. I would kind of just wait. If we do close above, then we can go to lower time frames. I would go to lower time frames and see what's going on. But that's kind of what I have for Sol in regards to any long ideas. What about you, BTC? Bitcoin
Yeah.
Bear.
Hey, I don't mind being called Bitcoin, BTC,
BTC.
but BTC Bear. You're showing them my 12-hour screen.
Yeah, yeah, you're good.
So guys, I just want to show you here. I have my weekly support here, weekly resistance here. I have weekly demands. If we get a nice little wick in here, we ran these lows, wick in here, I'd buy easily, no problem. But if I see any weakness, I cut it. But until this is closed below broken, this will be the next. But let me go to the 12-hour for me. 12-hour, we had a bearish market structure break starting here. You see how we retested this, guys? This is a retest of a bearish order block. And when this big candle was here, people were like, oh my God, yes, we're going to get a bullish, completely nuked down. Had another bearish market structure break. So this becomes the bearish order block. However, we closed above it and then had a bullish, but then immediately rejected, creating another bearish market structure break. You see, and now this is our bearish order block.
Yep.
Obviously, there could be like a fair value gap here down here we could fill. Like you see how this could have been the fair value gap. We see this little wick in here and closed. Until we get a bearish market structure break, this is pretty. I mean, it's going down, but however, we're in a weekly level. See how we had like closes here below here. We're at a weekly level, so a part of me thinks we maybe could get another sweep, like another sweep of these lows into demand, because this is demand for me, weekly demand. I mean, honestly, a beautiful trade would be if we get a literal sweep of this low at 110 into here. Easiest long I'll do. But for me to like, if you're just blindly longing a weekly level, this is terrible, bad at all. But for confirmation, it'd be like a bullish market structure break and then retest of a bullish order block and then continue. That's when I buy on a lower time frame. But yeah, for Sol, that is all I have. Right now, everything's in a bearish market structure, except except an alt that we will go over soon.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything that you said. Sol, once again, is looking very similar to ETH as well as BTC. They're all on the same wavelength. They're kind of the big three. And so we'll see what BTC does. And I assume ETH and Sol are going to kind of follow suit. They're all towards like that lower half of the range. And that's when you ideally, because we're talking about high time frame structure, specifically weekly, monthly, that's where you're looking to get long. And so we're just going to have to wait and see what BTC decides to do. LDO. Now, LDO is a coin that we charted yesterday, and we had our trade ideas and everything, and they played out literally within the next couple hours, and we were right. So I'm just going to show the chart from the monthly. So LDO is in a textbook uptrend. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, right? You have your high, higher low, higher low. So we're in a textbook uptrend, meaning when you're looking to get long, you're looking to get long on these higher lows. And so if we go down to the weekly, we can see that we had some weekly demand sort of form, as well as there's confluence with this trend line. And we decided that, okay, it would be ideal to sort of get involved and try to find some sort of entries for long within this weekly demand. And so we go down to the daily. As you can see, we pushed up into the mid range, and then we came all the way down into this weekly order block, right? We pushed up into daily demand, which was flipped. So this is now resistance. And then we came back down, and we had a huge wick. We had a huge wick, and we swept these lows. We swept these lows. Once we closed above, it was a huge reaction. So effectively, this wick, a SFP swing failure pattern into weekly demand, and then we closed above, and then look at the reaction. We then came, and now it looks like we're probably going to close above this daily demand flipped to supply, and then I'm assuming that we're probably going to trade all the way to this. I'd say maybe $3.30, somewhere around there, before this sort of breakdown. And we were talking about how you sort of have a mini range, right? You have, even though we came up into daily demand, which was flipped to supply, and then we rejected, we were saying how if we go back down to this weekly level, this is again a high time frame level of support. And so it would be a no-brainer to buy here again. And even so, we had a perfect trade setup because price then came and stopped out all of these. There was so much liquidity, and it stopped out all these people who did long on this weekly level. And then there was a close above. And so this was just a textbook trade. I'll insert what we were talking about before all of this happened, and you can see
Hmm.
what was going through our minds in regards to trying to get long on this. LDO looks great on the monthly. Well, you can see mine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So on the monthly, LDO is just, it's in a textbook uptrend. I mean, I didn't even need to draw any boxes or anything like that. I mean, it's just a textbook uptrend. We made a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's just textbook uptrend. You could technically, if you wanted to, you can see that once we made this higher high, that we formed some monthly demand here. If you wanted to, I didn't think it was necessary. I kind of just did it on the weekly. You can see the trend line. Here's a weekly order block that we have here, weekly demand. After making higher high, now higher low, and then price is sort of doing what it does. I mean, this is a perfect trade to take, in my opinion, in this weekly demand order block, because you have the trend line and then you have the order block. You go down to the daily. You can see that we were at the mid range. So our range is currently 3.71 to range low, which is about 150. Our mid range is 261. You can see we were traded at the mid range. We kind of rejected. There was some daily demand here after this sort of breaking market structure. We didn't hold. You still have that weekly demand down there. Again, you really have to focus on and bid and bet on higher time frame structures than lower time frames. So if you see that right below this daily demand, we have some weekly demand, typically price is going to maybe want to trade down to wherever that high time frame structure is. So the weekly demand, as well as we were able to see, as well as monthly demand as well. So around there. I think this is one of those coins to keep an eye out for. We came into this daily demand though. We're kind of rejecting right now, so we'll see. I would say if we do flip it, then we're kind of gonna just trade to around $3, $3.30. Is there anything on the 12 hour? You have anything for LDO?
Yeah, you can share my screen if you want for this one.
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Just to back up with Trader Confined here. Just the 3 day. order block I put, bounced in perfectly. We're going up daily, looks even nicer.
Yeah.
Go to the 12-hour. So this is where I kind of have like my market structure. We had a market structure order block here. Bearish. This becomes now our order block, bearish OB. We had this low. We actually had SFP, which is actually beautiful for a setup long because
Yeah.
like on that close, I would have entered, set that low, and look, when I tell you these trades usually don't get stopped, boom, right there, did not get stopped on that low. We kept going. Remember, when I get into trades on a bearish market structure, I like to sell at here when we get the first test of the bearish order block
Yep.
because I know we're all bullish, but that's the HODL mentality that's right now where we came in rejected. We came to this monthly range that I have. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Monthly range, when we're in the lower time frames, like it's like this. So, but and now we're retesting this. Usually, when we get multiple retests, it means we can finally get a break. But if we do close above here, that'll be a bullish market structure break, and you would give this trade even bigger certainty that we keep going up there.
Yep.
But remember, guys, this is a bearish market structure break right here. We did test this. If we go back here, I still would keep buying. It's
Yeah.
not a
Again.
bad place to
Yeah.
buy. Because remember,
That's a
this
big
is a
thing.
lot of demand.
That's a big thing that people overlook is that,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have another range established and that you can keep trading between that daily supply and and weekly demand. And, you don't have to have this mentality that, okay, I bought on the weekly and now I just hodl forever and just wait. You could, but, if we're being retail traders and we're trying to make, if we're trying to just do trade after trade after trade, it's best to be conscious of, okay, there's probably going to be some resistance here. Maybe I can just sell here and then get back in low, something like that.
Exactly.
But I know that you have something on the 12-hour to even add more confluence, Bitcoin Bear.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Showing me.
Yep.
So when the trade was happening, I really liked how it swept these lows here, and then they continue going to the bearish OB. And I was explaining to in the video, like, hey guys, you see how we're at bearish? What would make me buy would be a bullish market structure break, or we would sweep these lows. And little did you know, based on the video, a couple hours later, it swept these lows. And we mentioned that, hey, in this 3 different man, if it goes back in here, I am buying until proven otherwise. And we got this swing failure pattern, came in here, didn't buy, happened so quickly. However, now we're in a bullish market structure break. And now this becomes a new bullish 12-hour order block. And everyone is so scared on Twitter telling BTC is not looking strong. And if BTC wants to cut another 5%, and essentially this is another 30% here. It's another 30% cut, which could possibly happen if BTC says it wants to go down.
Yeah.
So what I drew up here is, well, obviously we do get it. If we get anything in here, like not up here, but if we get low, any sweat, like we can sweep this new low. Oh no, actually no, I'm mistaken though, because this is actually the new low.
Yeah.
It
That
swept
low.
that low.
Yeah.
It swept. So if we get sweep this low, and we get to sweep these lows that have not been swept since May,
Perfect
that's
buy.
another long opportunity.
Yep.
Boom. And then any candle closes above this low is still we're still in the bullish market structure, so that's good. And then we just ride it all the way to this because right now these are the 12 hours. So ride it all the way till here. Hey guys, so I'm going over Inj right now. For me, I had weekly resistance here, weekly support, and then it turned resistance. This is a daily resistance, lower time frame, but I have a weekly order block. Keep in mind. Keep in mind my chart's kind of looking a little bit sloppy, but keep in mind this and this, then the weekly order block. So I go on the 12-hour. I posted on the Discord. but we had this range in the 12-hour. We had a bullish market structure break. This is our bullish order block, and I took this trade. And on Discord, you can find it that, well, if you were in the Discord, you made profit. But took this trade, entered, sold at the highs. We got a nice little sold at the highs. Had a bullish market structure break. Did not retest, so I didn't get an entry. I had another bullish market structure break, and I was like a little bit like feeling FOMO because I sold here and now price is up here. But we came back into this. I don't really like to buy first test. I want to see how things play out and then go to the 1 hour to more market structure break on the 1 hour to get an entry point. And I can see that we got this nice, we got it close this close to the bottom of the lows. And that stuff always sketches me a little bit. Like this didn't sketch me as much because we ran the lows and then like ran these lows and then closed above. So that didn't sketch me as much. But here we ran nothing. We didn't ran this low. And then we had a bearish market structure break. Bearish OB here, did not retest. Once again, another bearish market structure break. And now this is our new. This is actually no. This would be no. This is not a bearish market structure. This would be our bearish fair value gap. And you can even write another draw another. But I did get long last night at 2026 because this is a little bit of gambling, but we did touch this weekly order block, and I was seeing kind of like a nice little bounce. So I was able to get 2026. I was able to get around here, about here, and however, my stop is really close. My stop is here, and I honestly long it again if I get another, if I get an SFP on this, if we can sweep these lows from April, because we have not swept this low from April. Plus, we're in a weekly order block. The perfect, guys. The perfect buy. This would be like a nice sweep, close above, long, retest this fair value gap. Best case scenario, we smash through it, and then this is another bearish order block. I would most likely sell here. But guys, think about it. A nice S&P all the way to here. That's a
Yeah.
70%. That's a 70%, guys. Why would we not take it? I mean, obviously, I'm not saying it goes there. I'm saying it
Yeah,
could
that
go
would be
here, and
your
then we
first
got
target.
another little.
Yeah.
And that would be TP1. We get a little rejection. Maybe we get like a indication the 1 hour, 2 hour of market structure, or maybe we finally get a breaker or a demand in the 12 hour. Get a nice little quick long, and then continue. But yeah, that's what I have for range, guys. I'm in it. I'm in a tight stop loss. However, we didn't get this sweep, which I wish we did, but we did get a tap in the weekly order block. Honestly, I would not be mad if I get stopped and then we get a sweep of this because I would long
Yeah, I
because
would. I'm waiting for the sweep.
that would be a safer long than what I did. I kind of took a gamble. Hey, that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah. See, you like the risky nature of things. I'm waiting for the sweep.
I'm also the type of guy like I know this is not a strategy, but you see this. This is a whole 43% dump in June.
That
And
is true.
in crypto, I always know a big dump like that. There's always a little bounce. Plus, I know this is stupid, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 down candles on the 12 hour. It's like,
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of bounce,
what
especially going
soon we're
towards
gonna get a
weekly.
white
Yeah.
one. Soon we're gonna get a, you know?
Just for the quickie.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what I have for Hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And some coins haven't even bounced.
Yeah, some coins are done. I mean, the amount of coins that pretty much did a full reversal to what they went up to during that bull run is actually insane. It was pretty much every single coin, and that's the thing. You can make money going down, and a lot of
Yep.
retail traders, when they first get into trading, they don't realize that, and so they're constantly trying to convince themselves that, okay, this is support, this is support, this is support, this is support, instead of realizing, okay, this high time frame demand, this is really the only support that is probably going to work. And now let me become bearish bias and look for places where I can short down to this high time frame support, and then you buy, and then again you're able to make money when price is going up and when price is making a leg down. So we're gonna make a video on that for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for today. We just wanted to go over the market really quickly. Things got kind of hectic yesterday, and so we wanted to make a updated video. Um, but hopefully you guys learned a little bit. Make sure that you guys join the Discord. We go even more in depth with a lot of the things we're talking about. We have signals, we have trade ideas that we're constantly updating.
Yeah, come
Um,
chill with us.
yeah,
Just talk. All our Discord is free, and
yeah.
hopefully in the future we can turn it into pay. But for now, everything's free. We want to make sure you guys can trust us, use us as good resources to be better traders.
Yep, we have a ton of information for beginners, people who are just getting into crypto, and for people who are kind of like us, who are more, um, veterans, higher end, or maybe you're intermediate and you're trying to get to that next level. We have a ton of information, and we're able to give you everything we have. So make sure you check out the Discord link in the description. And yeah, thank you, Bitcoin Bear, for joining me.
Keep Tradercnfined. Hope you guys all enjoyed our analysis. More to come, and if you're in the Discord, you'll get a lot more
Yeah,
resources from us. We just wanted to post on Twitter. Our YouTube is not up, but we want to just get a lot of resources out to everyone
yeah,
because we're just trying to help everyone that the way we learn.
exactly. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.